Hello, everybody. Hi, it is me, of course, the fabulously around. And I know it's been, well, it hasn't been that long, but it's been a minute since I've been on here. And I actually wanted to talk about something that has been going on within the media. And I want to talk about Miss Jada, Miss Janet, and Miss Dash, if you're nasty. Okay, so first I want to talk about Miss Jada Pinkett Smith and the whole Jada Pinkett, Janet Hubert, and the Oscars controversy or controversy for my British friends out there. And then we're gonna move on to Miss Stacey Dash. Okay, so here's my take on the whole Jada, Janet Hubert, Oscars thing. First of all, how do I say this lightly? Diversity is more than just black people. That's the first thing I want to say. Diversity means black people, Latinos, Native Americans, Asian Americans, Japanese, Korean, people of every nationality, not just black folks. And it's deeper than us being included, us being invited to the party. This is why you have the Asian American Awards. This is why you have the Latin Grammys. This is why you have the Image Awards. This is why you have the ALMA. Excuse me. This is why you have the ALMA Awards. These are the reasons why, because a lot of people ask, well, why do they have, their own networks and their own channels? This is why. The whole Oscars thing, this is why. And as far as Jada Pinkett's thing and how I feel about that, or Jada Pinkett's video, I mean, a lot of what she said was true. But I can see it. A lot of what she said, she made some very valid points. But I also feel like you didn't make that valid point last year. You didn't say that last year. You didn't say it when this was going on in 2014. Excuse me, when this first started trending. You didn't say it then. Okay? And the only reason why you're saying it now is because, you know, your husband did a great movie. I heard The Concussion was a wonderful film. I didn't see it. I heard that his accent was horrible, but that's no shade. But I heard that it was a really good film. And I think you're a little upset, just a tiny bit, that your husband did not get nominated for an Oscar. Okay? So even though you made valid points, you did it in a very self-serving manner. Let's just be real. And let's just be honest. Diversity needs to exist in everything. Not just movies, but television, music, fashion. It does not exist enough. And the thing of it is, this is where the problem lies too. We have people that will take out. We have cultural, I think it's cultural appreciation or apparation. I think it's apparation. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But we have that. We have people that will take the slang of, or the slang of, say, an urban person or a Latino person or an Asian person or the dialect. Like we'll cherry pick, and this is across the board because I have never met so many black ninjas in my life. I know so many black wannabe Asians. It's disgusting. Okay. So it's not just white people. Let's get that one straight. Now, I'm not defending people who do it because even I've done it. I'll be real. I'm a big fan of Latin music. I love Latin music. I love Latino culture. I love everything about it. Am I Latino? No. I think I might have some Spanish. I don't know. But I'm a black man. Point blank and period. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like, well, I'm black and this and that and this and that. Like I know we're all mixed with something. So you know what I mean? But to me, that's neither here nor there. That's irrelevant to me. But we've all done it. You know what I mean? How many of us love Asian culture? Not just Chinese or Japanese or Vietnamese, but, Asian culture as in India. We love Southern Asian culture. We love it. I love it. I love Bollywood. I live for y'all. Okay? But that's not my culture. That's not where I come from. But I love it. I can appreciate it, but I also appreciate my own culture. And what I'm saying is, it happens across the board, this cultural apparation. It's not just with white people. So I feel like we need to stop blaming white people for this. I also feel like we need to keep to our own, but I think there's nothing wrong with including or inviting other people to the party that appreciate and respect your culture. That's why, for me, I love Macklemore. Love him. Because if you notice, Macklemore can take parts of our culture, but he's not stupid. He appreciates it. He can take parts of hip hop culture, and he still appreciates it. He appreciates it. He still pays tribute and homage to the old school rappers, to the Sugar Hill Gangs, to the Furious Fives, to all those people that have come before him, that have allowed him to have a platform. Same with Eminem and the like. But people don't, but see, that's a problem that Miss Iggy Azalea had, but that's a whole other video. I don't think personally, I think boycotting the Oscars really does no good because you have to understand you're putting people out of work. Actors have to act. That's how they make their money. Directors have to direct. Writers have to write. That's how they make the money. But on the one hand, we do not, I'll say it like this. Unless it is on a bigger platform, a lot of people of color, and I know a lot of people don't like the term, but a lot of black people don't support their own products. I've been guilty of it myself. I don't watch the EBT Card Awards. I don't watch Centric that much. I do watch TV One, but let's be real. Centric, TV One, BT. Let's see, what else? There's another one. I can't remember. But Centric, TV One, and BT, they're not black owned. They got bought out like in I think 1999, 2000. They're not black owned. Kathy Hughes, she's the founder of TV One, but does she own it? Not to my knowledge. I don't think she does. And correct me if I'm wrong on that. So I don't think that boycotting is what we need to do. If anything, I think we need to sit down and have a concrete conversation. And we need to talk about diversity as a whole, not just when it pertains to one group of people, because that's not diversity. If you want to talk about diversity, talk about it with Asians, with Africans, with Europeans, because there are different types of Europeans. Not all white, not all people who are of European descent are white people. Okay, if you want to talk about diversity, talk about. Granted, I'm glad that the trans women are getting their shine and due. But what about the trans men? What about let's see, the intersex. What about the genderqueer? What about them? They're not getting their due like trans women of color are getting, and I'm happy that they're getting that. But let's be real, there's more to include besides the gay man who is, how can I put it, who just passes, and the trans woman who looks passable, the Caitlyn Jenners, you know what I mean? There's more to include than that. Let's include more. We are a rainbow. We are a prism of colors. So I feel like that, when it comes to that. I feel like with the whole Jada Pinkett thing, like I said, I can see that she was right on some things, and some things I feel like she said out of self-serving. Personally, I think she did it just to serve her own self because, girlfriend, you weren't saying this last year. Now, when it comes to Miss Janet Hubert, honey, I'm just going to say this. I'm here for you. Janet, baby, if you watch this Black Dress, honey, I'm here for you. Okay? You gave me everything I needed. Now, I will say this. Do I feel that it was just to bring up something that happened 20, 30 years ago? No. I think you do need to let that go. I wouldn't call you bitter. But I think she used it as an example. Like, look, you know what I mean? And she was right. This serves you. You own production companies. You can employ black people. Look at Oprah. Look at Tyler Perry. They own studios. You know what I mean? They have the haves and the have-nots and all that kind of stuff. So look at that. That's a good example. And I don't think that we need to not include other people. We need to not invite other people to the party. But like she said, it's only discrimination when it happens to you. And that's really, I hate to say it, but that's what this Oscars boycott really is starting to sound like. What's happening to us, so we should raise a stink. This happens to so many Asian Americans and Latinos and transgendered men and feminine gay men and like across the door. And this doesn't happen just in movies. It happens in television. It happens in music. I mean, where's the Bollywood pop star in America? Okay, where's the openly gay pop star who's not a Sam Smith that just sings about love and loss, who sings about having fun and going to the club, that's actually like very, very successful on the level of a Britney Spears. I like Sam Smith, but Sam Smith is a whine, and I'm just gonna be real. Sam Smith is a whiny bitch. Like really. Okay, we get it. We got it. You don't have no man. Really? Not all gay men are desperate for men. Let's just be real. Let's stop that. How about empowering and uplifting? And yes, you have openly gay singers, but they're usually on small independent labels. Their budgets are smaller. They have support, but they don't have the machines, excuse me, that the J-Los have, or the Mariahs, or the Janets have. They don't have them. You know what I mean? I've never seen an openly lesbian woman, minus like who, Melissa Etheridge maybe, that I can think of, that has that success, like that big machine where they're everywhere. I've never seen it. They've been a blip where you see them for a minute and then they leave. So it's not just in movies. It's in everything. It's in television. It's in it's in music. It's a lot of things. Diversity lacks in a lot of different things. And while we're on the subject of diversity, let's talk about religious diversity for a minute. I mean, have you ever seen an openly pagan or Wiccan or agnostic person be really, really successful? You have, but not to the point of a Janet or Mariah or a Leonardo DiCaprio, okay, or George Clooney. You don't see that. It's rare you see those things. And the thing of it is, I'll just be honest, we don't support our own enough. Not just black people, but people who are of a minority, period. That means black people, that means Latinos, that means women, that means gay people, the GLBT community. We don't support our own enough, and then we wonder why we're not getting the clout that we want, or the things that we want, because we're not showing the world, like, look, there is an audience for this and it can sell. Look at Noah's Ark TV. That's a really good example. Noah's Ark was on for 2 years and then all of a sudden it got yanked. Okay? And to me, Noah's Ark was a revolutionary show. I loved that show. Yes, we had the movie, but it was in limited release. You know what I mean? And then we're like, well, look at Empire and Lee Daniels. Okay. Lee Daniels, I love you. I would love to be on your show one day, but let's be real. Lee Daniels is not enough. Lee Daniels and Tyler Perry are not the only ones. There's Patrick Ian Polk. There's Nathan Hale Williams. There's so many people, writers, actors, directors, so many that you don't see. They don't have the following that we wish they had. But that's because they have the support, but it's really small. And let's be real. Let's not start with just the acting. Let's look at the film executives. Let's look at the people that greenlight projects. You know what I mean? That's what we need to look at. Not just the acting part, because they need to work. They gotta. This is what they chose to do. This is their passion. This is their craft. But look at the studio executives. Look at, for instance, there was a show on. Excuse me, y'all. There was a show on TV One actually, and it was Hollywood Divas. It was with Countess Vaughn and Paula Jai Parker and Lisa Wu and Elise Neal, I think. Yeah, and on the show, and Golden Brooks, and on the show, it was the first season, and they went to go meet I think it was a producer or something. I can't remember, but he was a producer, and they wanted to do a show about the sisters who happened to be witches. And the man shot it down immediately. And he said, well, black people that doesn't sell. That's not true. There are many, I beg to differ on that. That is not true. You don't want to see it. We need to see a diverse version of Charmed. I would love to see a black version of Charmed, or, a male version of Waiting to Exhale. Okay? Look at Queer as Folk. Love the show. I love the show. I love the actors. But the whole season, there was no black people on the show. No black people, no minorities in general, except for like Daphne, and that was the girl, the Hispanic, but it was mostly white. I mean, you didn't see a lot of diversity on that particular show. So it's not just within the movies; it's within TV as well. It's TV, it's music, it's everywhere. So what we need to start doing is hitting the executives in the pockets. You know, hit the executives, hit the people that green light shows to go on TV. Because I don't know about you, but I want to see people that look like me. Let's now, and I wasn't going to talk about this, but I'm talking about it anyway because I feel like it kind of plays into it. Now, as most of you know, I'm a psychic. I'm a psychic medium. I'm a life coach. I'm all that great shit. I'm going to ask you a question, and I really want you guys to leave a comment down below for me because I really want to know what you guys think. Leave your comment down below. Have you ever seen a person, a black person, a woman? Well, no. Let me rephrase that question. Have you ever seen a black person? Have you ever seen a Latin person? Have you ever seen a person of color? Period. Like a minority, besides a woman, because we have plenty of those. But have you ever seen a woman, or not a woman? I'm sorry. Have you ever seen a minority who is not white, who is not a woman, who happens to be a psychic, who is not a young Levant, because she's not the only one. Okay? But have you ever seen a male version of the Long Island Medium? Have you ever seen a gay version of that? Have you ever seen a black one? Have you ever seen a Latino version of that? I want to know because I've never seen it. I've never seen it. Because if you look at the psychic programs that are on right now, with the mediumship craze that's happening now, you have Kim Russo, Teresa Caputo, Tyler, I think his name is Hunter, I believe, Tyler something, the Hollywood medium that I think came on this week. And I think that's it. And then for a while, you had John Edward and James Van Praagh. None of those people are either of color or like none of them. Like they're not. And it's nothing against either one of them. I like them. But we need more than Miss Cleo to represent us because I would love to see other people of color who do what I do. Besides Viola Von Zant. I love Viola, but she's not an F. Besides her, you don't see it. And that's what I'm saying. It's more than just we want to be included in the Oscars. And then I'm going to say this too. Minorities, people of color, whatever you want to call it. I know some people don't like that term, but I'm sorry. That's the only term I can think of. Stop begging for folks to stop begging for acceptance at a table that does not welcome you. Just stop doing it. Have your own. Support your own. Like, granted, I'll be real. Do I like the EBT Card Awards? I don't. But I will support it. Do I watch the Soul Train Awards? I actually do. Do I watch the NAACP? I do. Do I watch the Alma Awards? I do. I watch those award shows because do I watch Black Girls Rock? I do. I love those shows. Do I watch, the number of shows that are on? For instance, had The Wiz Live been on Centric or BET, you probably wouldn't have supported it like you did because it was on a major platform. It was on a major network. But yet we can watch Love and Hip Hop. That's on VH1. Or The Braxtons. That's on We. And we watch that in droves. So what's the difference? Support your own. Like, for instance, there was a jazz station here years ago, that I lived for. And within, like, I would say, the following year, it got turned into an 80s station. 106.5, smooth jazz. I fucking miss that station. But that's what I'm saying. We don't support our own enough, even in that. So that's what I'm saying. It's inclusive it's inclusive even in music, or not inclusive even in music. Look at the people who should be nominated for Grammys, who should win Grammys, that are not there. But we don't watch it. We don't support them. We don't support the BT. And let's talk to the artists and the actors and stuff. Start supporting your own. Why are you thirsty so bad for a fucking Oscar? Be proud of your Image Award. Be proud of your La Raza Award, your Alma Award. Be proud your Soul Train. Be proud of those award shows. Because if it wasn't for that, you wouldn't be able to come to an Oscar or a Grammy. You wouldn't be able to have that. So that's just my thoughts on this whole Oscar thing. I don't think that we should boycott it. I don't think boycotting is going to solve anything because it's going to keep happening. What you need to boycott is the executives, the people that work in the industry. That's where this needs to start. This doesn't start with us because we know what's going on. We're not stupid. We're consumers. Consumers are not dumb. Consumers know where their money needs to go. But it starts within the community. Start within it. Don't, because why are you targeting us? Why are you targeting the consumers? We're going to support regardless. Look at Kevin Hart and Will Packer and their success. Look at the Think Like a Man movies. Am I a big Steve Harvey fan? Hell to the no. I don't trust any man that cheat on his wife. Anywho, but look at those films. Look at the books. People support him. People support his show. You know what I mean? Radio, same thing. Listen to, like, you may not agree with everything that Tom Joyner or Roland Martin or even Tavis Smiley may say. Or, you know, Univision even. Univision has gotten a bit, you know, y'all done got a bit tabloid-ish as of late. But even Univision, the Telemundo, like, I watch those channels. Do I speak Spanish fluently? Hell no, I don't. But I watch them. I support them. Why not support them? They help you get to where you need to go. Because what it says to the people who are within the business, it says, okay, this actually sells. This makes us money. So we need to capitalize on that. That's why The Wiz Live got on NBC. Because they saw, wait, if we make a big deal out of this, look at the Sound of Music. We make a big deal out of this, oh my God. And guess what happened? They made a shit ton of money. So that's what I'm trying to say. We support that. Support your BETs. The production company, the production values may not be as good, but support them. You know, now if it's just tomfoolery and stupid shit, then don't watch it. But if it's something that actually is trying, and you can see it's trying and it's getting better, support it. Noah's Ark in the first season was not that good. Second season, it was pretty good. The writing could have been better, I think. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad show. And the movie was great. So, support your stuff. That's all I'm saying. Start there. But also, like I said, it starts within the business, too. It's not just people who are going out to the movies. And it's bigger than, you know, the diversity. It's bigger than that. It's way bigger than just black people. I'm sorry. I mean, and like I said, I agree with Janet Hubert because, first of all, she had no fucks to give, and I was so here for that. And secondly, she made a lot of sense. This serves you. That's why you're upset. This serves your stuff because you're within the business. You're in the game. So why are you telling us to come back to help you basically lose money? Really? That doesn't make any sense. But of course, that serves you because I guarantee you getting some kind of deal in there somewhere. Okay? You know, and Jada Pinkett and Will, y'all own a production company. You own stuff. Tyler Perry, Oprah, same thing. You own production companies. You own movie studios. You could do this yourself. Will Packard is doing it and making money. And so what if they don't accept us or bring us to their table, invite us to their meals? Okay, and we'll make our own. Because eventually they're going to come back to us anyway, because let's be real. A lot of minorities, whether they be black people, gay people, whatever, they make up majority of the movie and music buying public. They make up the media. So either way, you still gonna have us. We ain't going nowhere. But I say right now, we support our own as best we can. But also, I would say to our own, step your game up. Step your pussy up. Stop making things that are rinky-dink. Stop doing this whole, well, if we're going to be black, we need to live in the hood. No, stop that. That day is over with. I'm not saying that people don't live in the hood. We do. But if you're gonna show Black life, whatever life you want to, if you want to shine a light, shine a light on every side. That's just my personal opinion on that. And how can I say this? I'm trying to think of what else to say. Um, yeah, that's really all I gotta say on this. But I feel like diversity needs to exist in everything. So, but anywho, that's all I had to say. I know this video was long because it's over 30 minutes, but I know this video was long. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Like the video, share the video, comment, leave your comments. Please leave your comments. Subscribe. Please subscribe. The little button down here, subscribe. Leave your comments. I do read them. I'm going to leave the video by Miss Jada Pinkett and Janet Hubert after this so that way you guys can see it yourself. And you can tell me what you think with my opinion and their opinions because I really want to know. I want to create dialogue. Oh, I forgot before I left. Stacey Dash, you're not needed. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. You're not needed, nor are you wanted. And yeah, that's all I got to say about Miss Stacey Dash. You're not needed or wanted. Anywho, so until next time, this is me, the fabulous Leo Brown, and I will be back sometime soon. Hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend, and I'll talk at you later. Love you all. Bye-bye.
Hi, today is Martin Luther King's birthday. And I can't help but ask the question, is it time that people of color recognize how much power, influence that we have amassed, that we no longer need to ask to be invited anywhere? I ask the question, have we now come to a new time and place where we recognize that we can no longer beg for the love, acknowledgement, or respect of any group? Then maybe it's time that we recognize that if we love and respect and acknowledge ourselves in the way in which we are asking others to do, that is the place of true power. I'm simply asking the question. Here's what I believe. The Academy has the right to acknowledge whomever they choose, to invite whomever they choose. And now I think that it's our responsibility now to make the change. Maybe it is time that we pull back our resources and we put them back into our communities, into our programs, and we make programs for ourselves that acknowledge us in ways that we see fit, that are just as good as the so-called mainstream ones. I don't know. Here's what I do know. Begging for acknowledgement or even asking diminishes dignity and diminishes power. And we are a dignified people, and we are powerful, and let's not forget it. So, let's let the Academy do that with all grace and love, and let's do us differently. I got nothing but love. Hey, Chris, I will not be at the Academy Awards, and I won't be watching, but I can't think of a better man to do the job at hand this year than you, my friend. Good luck. And to the rest of you, nothing but love, always.
Blacktress Janet Hubert coming to you, not in a post, but sort of in a post. And I gotta say, I've been trying to figure out, do I really want to do this? And yeah, I do. I do. Today being the celebration of Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday and hitting 60 years old, I'm at that point where I'm like, I don't give a kitty. I want to say something about Jada Pinkett Smith asking other actors, black actors and actresses, to boycott the Oscars. First of all, Miss Thing, Does your man not have a mouth of his own with which to speak? And the second thing is, girlfriend, there's a lot of shit going on in the world that you all don't seem to recognize. People are dying. Our boys are being shot left and right. People are hungry. People are starving. People are trying to pay bills. And you talk about some motherfucking actors in Oscars. And it just ain't that deep. And here's the other thing. For you to ask other actors and other blackstresses and black actors to jeopardize their career, and they're standing in a town that you know damn well, you don't do that. And here's the other thing, they don't care. They don't care. And I find it ironic that somebody who has made and made millions and millions of dollars from the very people that you're talking about boycotting just because you didn't get a nomination, just because you didn't win. That is not the way life works, baby. Okay? And it's very suspect to me. And I seem to recall, 20, maybe 6, 7 years ago, 25, whatever it was. Look, I don't even remember, but I seem to remember at option time coming to you and saying, you know what, Will, you're the star of the show. Why don't we all get together? And with you, maybe we could get a little raise. Maybe the network, since you know the show is such a hit, and you being the star of the show, your influence would help us greatly, like they did on Friends, like white shows do. Remember that? Do you remember that? Because I do. And your response to me was, my deal is my deal, and y'all's deal is y'all's deal. Well, karma must be a bitch, because now here you are. Here you are, you've had a few flops. And you know, there are those out there who really deserved a nod, and Idris Elba was one of them. Lord have mercy. Beast of No Nation was incredible. That man is an incredible actor. You are not. Maybe you didn't deserve a nomination. I didn't think, frankly, you deserved a Golden Globe nomination with that accent, but you got one. And just because the world don't go the way you want it to go, doesn't mean that you can go out and then you start asking people to stand up and sing, "We Shall Overcome" for you. You ain't Barack and Michelle Obama. And y'all need to get over yourselves. You have a huge production company that you only produce your friends, your family, and yourself. So you are a part of Hollywood. You are a part of the system that is unfair to other actors. So get real. Now, for those of you who say, Miss Huber, here she go, here she go being bitter. Bitches, please. It's not about being bitter. It's about being right. You know, some of us got mortgages to pay. We got bills to pay. We got bigger shit to worry about than the Oscars. The only Oscar I care about right now is Oscar Mayer Wiener with Mustard and Relish. And on that note, Black Christiana Cuba signing off. Peace, baby.